tuning in today. Today I am going to do a little bit of an equipment review. So I've got two sticks here, the Callaway Apex and the Callaway XR, and I'm going to compare off the two of them and see which one I like the feel of, which one I think goes further, and we'll use TrackMan as well to get some real data behind the two of them. So first thing I want to do is I want to check the loft and lie of both clubs. Obviously the loft has an impact on trajectory, spin rates and distance that the ball is going to travel. The lie angle will also have an impact now on what's called face plane tilt. So if the lie angle is a little bit upright, I'm likely to hit a little draw, or if it's flat, I may hit a little fade. So I'm just going to check the two of them here in the loft and lie machine first and see where we're at with that. So, first thing in, on the Apex, the loft is 30 degrees on the 7-iron and the lie angle is 64 degrees. And on the XR, it is running, lie angle is the lie angle is again 64 degrees and the loft on it is 29 degrees. So it's 1 degree stronger in the XR than it is in the Apex. So next for us is we got to hit a few shots and see what the numbers are like. Okay guys, so now comes the real test. Let's see how the clubs perform head to head. So to start within it, I've got the Apex, it's the Apex Standard, it's not the Apex Pro, it's the standard model, so there's a bit more forgiveness in it, a little bit more on the top lines, a little thicker than the Apex Pro on the top line. But first opinion, looking down on it, it is a lovely looking golf club, well designed by the look of it there. While there is a weight here across the back plate at the bottom, it's not visible on the short to mid irons. When you get down to 3 and 4 iron, if you still use numbers like that, you can start to see this behind the top line a little bit, which I'm not a fan of myself, a little bit off-putting. But as I say, with the likes of 9 iron pitching wedge down as far as maybe 5, it's fine, you can't see it at all. Just looking down on it, so it's giving you a little bit of confidence straight away looking down on the club. A little bit hooky, but not too bad. Feels nice in the hands, good balance to the club. Sometimes I find clubs can feel a little heavy to me. I don't like a club that's head weighted. I like it to be balanced overall through it. Not the most powerful boy in the world, so I can't really go for these heavier clubs. But let's see if we can get a nice clean one on it. Solid hit, little draw on it. It's not bad. Spin rates are reasonable on it there, only 6,000. Dynamic loft at 23, which is kind of typical for me. If you see a better player, they'd probably take the static 30 degrees of this club and bring it down to about 21. I'm not that good. Love to say I was, but I ain't. A little bit left again. A little bit toey. Decent though. Loft is consistent, spin rates jumped a bit, but I would say that was the quality of strike more than anything. Solid hit again. Yeah, spin rates and loft are consistent. Nice club, nice feel to it. In terms of distance, I'm not really a distance dog. I'm not looking for extra length. If I can get something that's consistent, that's really where I'm at. Okay, this time we are going to go with the XR. Again, nice club. Maybe a little bit chunkier looking down on the top line than I personally would like. The head on it is a fraction bigger than the apex, but overall it's a nice looking club, well designed. So let's see what we can get out of her. Again, looking down, you're not seeing any of the weighted area behind the top line. Little bit light, I felt. Used to a club a fraction heavier than that. Pretty similar spin rates, launch angles. Let's see if we can put a clean one on it. Not great again, but nice feel to the club. It's maybe a little bit lighter than what I would be used to. Certainly a fraction lighter than the apex in feel. Spin rates and launch are consistent with the apex. The editor may cut that one out. Stay tuned. That was low on the face, as you can no doubt work out yourself. Well, that was it. That was a good solid feel to it. Again, the loft and the spin rates. Loft and spin rates are pretty consistent with what I was getting off the apex. So in terms of the strike and the feel on it, as I say, a fraction lighter. The head on it appears a fraction bigger. Certainly does give players a little bit of confidence when they see that kind of stuff. But overall, between the two clubs, you know, my own preference is for the apex. I felt the balance in it was a little better. The XR was definitely a little lighter than I typically choose for myself. In terms of performance, very little in the difference between one 7-iron and the other.
So, looking at the loft, quite consistent. 1 degree lower with the XR, but then it was 1 degree stronger when we tested it in the loft and lie machine. Launching a fraction lower, which you'd expect. Smash factor was similar between the two. Ball speed, fraction higher coming off the XR, but again you would expect that because of the loft. Spin rates very similar, height very similar, distance it's marginal. There's a couple of yards more in the XR Pro than there is in the Apex, possibly a little bit surprising. The thing that really stands out to me on these two clubs is, if you have a look here, the white circle is the XR Pro, the dispersion of all the shots, whereas the yellow circle here is the Apex. And the Apex, for me, was a little bit wilder, certainly. You can see the dispersion is quite tidy on that XR Pro. Minimal changes in direction. On the Apex, there's definitely a few outlines here. Golf balls sitting well left of the target. So I think for me, in terms of accuracy, I'm certainly picking the XR Pro over the Apex, even though I did prefer the feel of the Apex. The XR Pro for shot dispersion is a clear winner on this one.
Hope you found this interesting. We'll do more club reviews, we'll do more vlogs and that. So do click on this little subscribe button down here in the corner. Be the first one to get all our videos when they come through. And we'll talk to you again real soon, guys. Take care.